From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn. Their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing is McDonald. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Second and 6.
Brings up second down.
McDonald. This one goes underneath to Walker. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
McDonald sets to throw. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Seahawks. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Here's McDonald to throw. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
I'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. You talk about this Seahawks defense. They've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Washington first down.
Robinson up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. To the right side and intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. McDonald. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's McDonald. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Smith and Jigba with the ground. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
Out of the gun, McDonald. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been effective with the ball in his hands all season long. The NFL's leader among quarterbacks in touchdowns scored on the ground. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To the air goes Daniels. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Daniels. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Leonard Williams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Commander defense as they get set for this next possession. And last time out they gave up 3, but with this deficit, how important here is it to not give up any points?
And they're at a point now where they can't allow any thoughts of any points to enter their mind. They gave up 3 last time. That felt okay. They can't settle for okay now. They have to stop them here. 0 points given up.
Yeah, they need to stop, get the ball back to the offense. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
37-yard line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Now third down and 7.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. With the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to have a third down.
A gain of 4. Brings up third and 4.
In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on third down. McDonald. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They go play action with McDonald. That'll be caught by Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another Seahawks. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes this to Walker. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's another Seahawks. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Deron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball.
And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, a 9-yard touchdown Brown. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he enters his final weekend as the league leader in rushing yards by a quarterback. He has been a dynamic dual threat all season long. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Washington.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard pickup.
To throw is Daniels. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And it's third down.
Now Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Daniels from the gun on third down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to have the Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Second down at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Here is third down and 4. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. In motion comes the tight end left. McDonald sets to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. Oh, what a juke into space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd down and 8. Throwing is McDonald. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. They followed up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It all comes down to this. Week 18. All the playoff spots and playoff seedings will be locked up. Let's get into the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. Down at Hard Rock Stadium, it's the Dolphins at home to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's the Raiders quarterback. He connects on the touchdown pass 18 yards away. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And here's the Falcons wideout. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. The Falcons finish the season 4-13 in a win that will impact their draft slot for April. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the Jets. And it's DJ Moore. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. The Bears will be a part of this year's playoffs. They get the victory here in the regular season finale. With that, a look here at the playoff picture in the NFC here in this final week of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do. This season, as you see here, where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Daniels throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To the air goes Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
First down, Washington.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to use his legs here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal on the Seahawks 7-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
We get a glance at the Washington defense as they head back out there. Looking to put a drive together. Following the fumble recovery, McDonald. And this is going to be caught, but Out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
McDonald. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Jackson Smith.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Fair catch, simple for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Washington first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On the give, here's Robinson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 43-yard line.
Play action, now it's Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
8-yard pickup. First down, Commanders.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And the Commanders' first down.
Here's Daniels. Over the middle, it's complete. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 22.
To throw is Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down. Washington.
Back to throw. Daniels. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
extra point right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. He finds Smith and Jigba. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and
and inside the 20 before he's brought down. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's McDonald. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. This is intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Looking to throw. McDonald. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Second down and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. McDonald. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. McDonald. Forced. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. The Washington offense set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Daniels looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
First down, Washington.
Well, they go play action. Daniels checks this one down to Robinson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Now Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36.
First down, Commanders.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Complete to number 9. A gain of 7.
Back to throw again. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 5. To the air goes Daniels. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Daniels. This will be caught at about the 5. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
21.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba getting ready to go back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Throwing is McDonald. Short throw, and that's home. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. The Commanders' offense, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he stopped immediately there. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Second down at the 35-yard line.
Here's McDonald to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The rookie from Texas looking sharp on that throw. He gets his guys a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play action. It's McDonald. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
31-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
McDonald sets to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A 56-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the places aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Back to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down, Washington.
And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. Here comes 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Seahawks,